And then we failed the inspection. And this created a whole another issue with getting the license and permit for whatever job that was done previously, and the inspector said that I did, and whatever. We had to wait 1 more month.
And we had to pay the rent for that.
Yes.
So
And I already quit my job because I was so certain, like, okay, it's happening. We're opening, right? It didn't
it
happen.
didn't happen. We were so happy to do it.
Yeah.
But for the happen of all of us, we opened in 2017,
May
May
1st.
1st. We opened Invictus Barber Shop. We opened with me, my wife, and two other barbers, right?
Yes,
I think it
Louise
was
and
Luis and
Dyler.
Dyler.
Yes.
So was two other barbers. Luis, actually, I was the only one that had clientele because
Correct.
Luis came from Brazil in those months, or even maybe a
He
year.
was new in the US.
He was new in the US. He
No
had no
clients.
clientele,
Just a few
but
clients.
he had the gift. The kid is amazing. He has a huge heart, and he used to cut my hair. I used to cut his cousin hair. That's why I met Luis. And once I met Luis, he introduced me to Dyler. Dyler is the barber that started with us. I'm grateful and blessed to have them for the first year,
Correct.
right? Luis is still with us today.
And then after Luis brought his wife, now is his wife, at the time was his girlfriend,
Was his girlfriend.
Dari. They're still with us.
And actually, before her come to, because Luis started Dyler, and then Luis brought
Dari.
Dari, but
Danilo.
then Danilo.
Yeah.
But Dari, Luis and Dari said, "I'm gonna let's get married first, right?" And they got married a month before she started with us,
Correct.
right?
I
And
think
then
they got married the same month, May.
the same month.
I think
the
they got
same
married
month.
in, yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of the month, she
and then
started
she
me.
came and joined us.
And then I started a barber shop with me. I was the only one that has clients. Dyla was very fresh from Colombia. Danilo was very fresh from Brazil. And Dottie she used to be a hairdresser. She knew how to cut men's hair, but she was a hairdresser. She didn't have enough clientele. So I had to carry the whole shop, working day and night to be able to pay the bills while I was planning and organize myself to multiply myself and help my barbers to build a clientele,
Yes.
right? I
So you
remember
started inviting your clients to cut
to
with
cut
them.
with them, and though the first crew, I didn't train them, right?
Correct.
I
They
didn't.
came already
They
trained.
came already trained. We didn't have standards or processes and system in place.
Yes.
And I remember Luis he used to make less than $400 in his first months, right?
Yes.
So
we didn't have enough clients to keep them so busy,
and
right?
to keep them busy and happy to stay with us, because if
Mhm.
they leave, the shop will be closed, right? We'll be closing the shop,
doors,
the
yeah.
doors. And it was me, my wife, and them. We had to do everything. My wife used to have to be the receptionist, taking phone calls, making the marketing, taking pictures, cleaning the floor,
Helping you
cleaning the
guys.
bathroom, helping us. We had the oven with towers, with the hot towers already. She was folding and put all the sand,
Washing towels.
cleaning the floor, taking phone calls, walk-ins, booking appointments, and all that stuff. We used to do everything. In the beginning, you have to do everything because we didn't have resources and money.
To afford to have a team or a marketing agency or whatever.
Or receptionist.
Or a cleaning crew. So we're doing basically everything.
And we were open at 9 that back then, right? At 9 a.m. I believe it was.
We used to open at 10, but we would get there very early, and we close at 8. 10 to 8.
Yeah.
It was long hours.
Yeah, we used to close very early. We used to get there very early to organize all that stuff before we start working.
Mhm.
And after hours, we used to clean the shop, vacuum everything, mop everything, clean the
Every
bathroom,
single day.
put the towels in place, make sure everything was ready for next morning.
Day.
Right? I remember we were so tired, and Louise and Dari, they were very close to us, and still. And they were asking, you guys, after hours, after 9 p.m., you said, you guys need help to clean the shop. And we used to say, no, that's our thing. That's our business. You're the barbers. You have to
Just clean your chair in your station.
make sure your station is clean, and next morning you're gonna be
And
ready.
everything else, it's our
Our
responsibility. You're not supposed to
responsibility.
be here cleaning.
And we
And we
did
would stay until like 11 midnight cleaning.
11 midnight cleaning, and next morning we had to be there very early. I remember my wife used to have cramps. Is that cramps?
Mm-hmm.
Used to have a lot of cramps or migraine or whatever he used to have, and I say, babe, don't go to work today. Stay home. And she asked, who's going to stay in reception?
I don't
Who's
have a
going to?
boss to
I
call
don't
and
have a
say I'm
boss to
sick.
call. I'm sick. If I'm sick,
It was
uh,
tough.
was tough. Used to do everything right, and
I remember one day that that day I did my whole cleaning because Tico and I divided the tasks, what I would do, what he would do to make it faster. I don't remember. I was so tired. I don't remember if I was sick or something. Then I did my whole cleaning. I closed the cash drawer. I did all my part. And then I said, Tico, I'll go home. You just finish the floor. And then I went home. I took a shower. I was so tired. And Tico didn't come home. I was worried about like what the heck's going on. Maybe he got in an accident or something. Maybe someone went there and stole the shop. I was worried about it. And then because we have alarm, we have cameras, so I didn't get the message from the alarm that he was leaving. And I was like, okay, it would take him maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes to just, mop the floor. So why he's not home yet? Then I look at the camera, what's going on? And I couldn't see Tico. I was looking at the camera and I was like, where is he? I look at the rooms, I wasn't seeing him in the cameras. And then I started worrying what happened with my husband. And then when I finally gave a better look, I saw Tico sitting in the couch and watching TV. And we didn't have a TV in our home because we brought the TV to the shop. We couldn't buy one, so we didn't have TV in our house. And he was there sitting,
it
eating a soup and watching TV. And then I was
was around
looking,
almost midnight already.
yeah. And then I messaged Tico, what are you doing? And then he's like, eating soup and watching TV. And that day, like, I was, oh my gosh. Like, my husband doesn't have a TV at home. He has to stay at the shop. So tired after cutting, I don't know how many hairs.
I used to cut 19 hairs, 20 hairs a day.
And you're just there, like, watching TV. You already finished cleaning. And then you just sit with your soup, hungry and tired, and you're watching TV. So I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget the feeling like, oh my gosh, look what we're doing. We're working, or I can send the word off because it was tough. So when you see things, when you see a business, when you see a successful person, you don't know the struggles behind. There are other struggles that we can share in the next episodes, but there were so many struggles, but it was worth it.
It was very worth it.
Every single one of them, right?
Now I know every single business owner, they've been through a lot. And I know why. And I have this compassion that I know why they are successful. And I know how much the price they pay to be successful.